I found this gate style board at Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance for $8.74. You can either hang it or it has a bracket on the back that you can stand it up. And I am now painting this with black from Wise Owl using my S50 Klingon brush, which is a decent sized brush with a short handle. It's probably one of my favorites. Now, I debated whether to leave the gate black or white. And this is Peacock Dreams. And these are the different panels I have that came with this particular transfer. So I decided to do two projects within this video. One is going to be in white. As you're seeing me put the white on this gate, I'm going to not worry about full coverage as this gate's wood is extremely rough, and I was even concerned whether my transfer was going to adhere well to it, but I decided to give it a try. This is my first time using Peacock Dreams, and sometimes you're not quite sure which colors is going to show it the best. So throughout this video, you're going to see two projects, one done in this rustic white, and then another one done a black background, and we'll see which looks better. My new practice has been I usually either varnish or 1 hour enamel first before applying my transfer. And along with Peacock Dreams, I'm going to use Flower Collector, which is just all gold writing, because this gate is kind of large and I wanted to make sure that I filled it. And I didn't have a peacock that was big enough to really cover the whole thing. So I decided to use several transfers on this particular project. Once my 1 hour enamel was dry, I laid down my Flower Collector, which is all gold writing, and I am now using the tool that comes in that tube. And you rub with this particular tool to release it to the board. It was a little bit more difficult, it being a rustic background. I recommend maybe something a little smoother, but I did continue. And this was the peacock that I chose for this particular project. Now, I kind of felt like the peacock did well with the white. I felt like the Flower Collector definitely needs a darker background to make it show. And what I did, because these slats are quite, there is quite a separation between them. After I laid my peacock down, I used a razor blade to cut sections of the peacock. And I was basically rubbing this off in sections. I hope that makes sense, what I just said. And then you want to make sure you take a towel or rag of some sort and you want to rub your transfer to make sure all parts of it has adhered. Especially dealing with rough wood, you want to make sure you spend some extra time doing that. So the Flower Collector, I decided to use a second part of the 3 panels to continue the wording down a little bit. And what's great about transfers is you can cut them to fit your project. And I had to get around this doorknob which was not difficult to do. So again, the Klingon brush, the transfers, and the paint can be found at chalkitupnancy.com. The transfers do sell out quite quickly, and not just on our level, but on the wholesale level. So here it is applied to the gate, and now I'm adding another smaller peacock at the top. And then my transfer came with different peacock feathers in different colors. This one here, you see them in bright blue, in orange, in green. I was very impressed by the vibrant colors throughout this particular transfer. And again, you just want to make sure you take the time to really rub your transfer before using your wood tool, after using your wood tool, to make sure it adheres, especially when you're using rough wood. Now this is from Cosmic Roses. I just felt like it needed a flower of some sort, and I put that right in the center. Taking my razor blade to cut off the sections with the gap in the panels. And then once everything was on, I did apply another coat of the Wise Owl 1 Hour enamel. And here it is on the gate. And now we're going to go into this chalkboard that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. You can get these for about $10. Look for the clearance, depending on what size you get. I started by applying the Wise Owl 1 Hour enamel. I let that dry. This has been my new practice, as I just feel that the transfer adheres a little bit nicer with a top coat first. Just make sure you don't use wax, as transfers cannot adhere to wax. This application was much easier on this chalkboard, and I also felt that the gold really did pop with the black background. If there's any other tutorials you'd like to see, you can go check us out on YouTube. You can also watch our tutorials right on our webpage, chalkitupfancy.com. On the chalkboard with no painting involved, this took about 15 minutes to complete this entire project. If you're looking for something quick and easy, especially if you're a beginner with the transfers. So this is the peacock that I chose and placed it just randomly on the bottom. And even the peacock colors really did pop against the darker background. And once this was fully applied, I did add another coat of the Wise Owl 1 Hour enamel. So let me know what you think. Which did you feel looked better, the rustic white or the black background? Here it is against the black. I think that came out amazing. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching.